On Sunday, BBC News extensively covered Queen Elizabeth II's coffin being transported the 6-hour journey to Edinburgh from Balmoral Castle. The royal was later taken to Buckingham Palace in London ahead of her funeral next Monday. Throughout the coverage, the BBC News reporters discussed the Queen's death and the events leading up to her funeral. However, during one segment, the commentators sparked a huge backlash with viewers when speaking about the crowds who gathered in the streets of Edinburgh. One reporter said, "There's a bronze three-legged milking stool which sits on the door of the cathedral to commemorate that. There's also a life-size statue of John Knox there as well." Another commentator chipped in, John Knox being the all-great Protestant reformer. Correct, his co-star agreed before he added, who cleared the Catholics out of Scotland. "It's how history remembers him," the reporter said before they started to laugh. The comment caused a great backlash online, and according to the BBC's website, viewers wrote in to complain about the remark. The broadcaster wrote, "Some viewers have complained about comments, and the reaction to them in the studio, about the Scottish Presbyterian John Knox." In response to the complaints, a spokesperson for the BBC issued an apology. They said, "We are sorry for the offence caused by the unscripted exchange during our live coverage of the quartet carrying the Queen's coffin." Following the comment, viewers took to social media to share their outrage over the John Knox comment. User @HamshankHiltonBent, "Really? Scottish Catholics had to watch the BBC laughing about John Knox clearing all out the Catholics out of Scotland the other day." Billy fumed, BBC Scotland commentator laughing about John Knox clearing Scotland of Catholics? Even though we are still here. I blame the schools. Sick, sharing a clip of the moment, user @ScottSpeak added, "Did they seriously just laugh at this on News?" While James Campbell raged, "Anyone from the @Scott National wants to report this on behalf of all Catholics in Scotland? This is the disgusting BBC panellists laughing at Catholic genocide by John Knox. What an absolute disgraceful bunch," he went on to add. Robert Coyle tweeted, "And what about the BBC laughing at Catholics being driven out of Scotland by John Knox? I find that hugely offensive and threatening. The commentators must be arrested and charged." This is the problem with ignorant and erroneous comments on the BBC, such as "John Knox cleared Scotland of Catholics," Paul Middleton pointed out. Folk might actually, and not unreasonably, believe it's true. Indeed, the BBC missed the opportunity to fill the time with a much more interesting story. BBC News is available to watch on BBC iPlayer.